EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, where the sound of the big red siren signals it is time for football. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and third pick in the 2018 draft.
And I know that last year in 2024, New York Jets fans were watching him and saying, that's the guy we thought we were going to get. But he found his groove in Minnesota, finishing the top 5 in passing yards and touchdowns last year. Now in Seattle, ready to prove that last season was no fluke.
Throwing quickly, Darnold, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
First down, Seahawks.
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it, got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Darnold now to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Faking the give, Darnold. Open man, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 20.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Taken down, back around the 35-yard line. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Darnold. Finding Walker complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Give him 32 on the play.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the 2 of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
Walker is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Go the other way.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
And when you watch him play, all you think about is how dynamic he is. He can beat you with his arm and his legs. Threw for over 20 touchdowns for the first time since 2021. Fully healed from a knee injury a couple of seasons ago. He's got his team thinking big in 2025.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. The drive will begin with a run by Benson. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. But you know it's never easy to get Kyler Murray down to the ground, and to do it with a sack on their first drive, what a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, and no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator, because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, oh, that's got to feel great for them.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Murray. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Shifts past him at the 45. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Calais Campbell, his 2nd sack of the night. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
In today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Greg George deep for Arizona. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out.
what do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. Down the right sideline. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A huge play there for Arizona. 52 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Intended for Marvin Harrison Jr. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Now a 2nd and 10. Kyler going to give this to Benson.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Trey Benson.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Cardinals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT.
And now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points. One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here's Darnold. And his throw is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Back to throw, Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Oh, nice move. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 50 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. 6-0 our score after one. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. They work now on 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. Now it's Darnold. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 12-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Darnold. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Darnold. Zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Elijah Arroyo. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from capturing the lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
That's the score, Seahawks 7.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Gets past one man. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Play action. Now it's Murray. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Horton. Muscles him off. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll be a 47-yard punt officially, 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Looking to put a drive together.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And shedding through the tackle. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
They'll set up to throw.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Well, the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side to Higgins.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. A quick throw there is incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 40 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
But they certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Benson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. One more time with Benson. And this time he is in. Trey Benson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals are once again back in front. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now Ryland for the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it winds up at a touchdown for Arizona. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And
takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
To throw again on second down. Darnold connecting with Kupp here on the out route. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 31-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 48. Myers' kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
A final shot before half from Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Murray now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Now Murray. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's Murray from midfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And the Cardinals, first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, it's Murray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now Murray again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Murray going to throw. Oh, it stays up. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game, and that continued with that first down run.
a tight end carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. Throwing now is Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to.
The snap, a poor one, and this is blocked.
And it's usually not a good thing when we start talking about the long snapper, but it was his error that led directly to that block. If this operation is cleaner, we're probably talking about a different outcome.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Looking to put a drive together. Darnold now to throw. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
At the 23, it's second and 12. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now Darnold. And Walker has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And the Seahawks first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Darnold from the gun. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question because that was just a simple drop-off, but he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's Darnold. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Cooper Kupp, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is down to 2. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Murray. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense has Sam Darnold headed back out there. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Darnold. Over the middle, complete. That's Horton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Again, Darnold. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Darnold. Going up top for Cup. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Another run here with Benson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
That's good for a Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Play fake. Murray. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 44 yards.
Cardinals 1st down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
That's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover it.
He'll get that complete to Harrison. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Seahawks 11-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Higgins. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Cardinals get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Ryland on for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
We'll get that to Charbonnet. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number 1, it's easy for him to get lost. And number 2, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball is right on the money and leads to a...
And he will score! Touchdown, Seattle! Zach Charbonnet, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2.
Makes the score.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Cardinals offense and Marvin Harrison Jr. headed onto the field. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Second and 10. They'll go again with Benson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
A 4-yard gain.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you've got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at the 15. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Play action. It's Darnold. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Seahawks.
Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
And it's third down.
Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Now Darnold. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Darnold. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Here's Darnold. That'll be caught. It's caught. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is up to 5. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Cardinals offense and running back Trey Benson headed back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Benson.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
21-yard line.
Here's second down. To throw is Murray. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. Well, I'm no coach, but there's just not time right now for throws that short.
Yeah, sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. As Coach Madden liked to say, sometimes you have to take what you want.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. Now Murray's got to have this one. He's got McBride. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Glendale.